Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We will discuss the creation of the universe, or the creation itself, according to Gurmat Sikh philosophy. How creation started, how it all began, what was before the universe, how everything came into being, when was God born, what was before God, and all of these questions are interrelated questions, and we will explore all of these questions in this video. First and foremost, the Sikh theology, the idea of the creation starts with the concept of the primal void, or was referred to within the Guru Granth Sahib as the Sunnah. What the concept of what the primal void is absolute energy. There is the concept, there is no darkness, and there is absolute nothing. It's absolute pure energy. That is the primal void. And we have to understand that void, the primal void, and the creator are one of the same thing. They intertwine into each other. Because the concept of the Karta Purkh, that the creator is not detached from creation. The creator itself is part of the core fabric of the creation itself. So it must be understood that the creator and the void are one. And then we come across the question, when was God born? Who was before God? And what was before the void? Gurmat stands with the concept of Akal Murat, the one who created time. According to Gurmat Sikh theology, time is a limited factor. It has a beginning, a lifespan, and an end. And time, the context of time does not apply to the void. The void is beyond the concept of time. Time only applies to the physical universe. It is part of the physical universe. Again, time starts when the creation starts. So the concept of time, we go again, the creator is referred as Akal Murat Ajuni Sabhang, the one who is beyond the concept of a beginning, a lifespan, and an end. Is beyond the concept of time itself. The void is beyond the concept of time itself. The concept of beginning, lifespan, and end does not apply to the void. Then we go into the concept of the creation. This will become even more clearer at the next stage. What I mean by the concept of time doesn't apply to the void or the creator. At the next stage of the creation, first there is the void. Void and the creator are one. From the void, the creator combined both energy and theology into one nur, a one source, a singularity. By what Gurmat means is that the core principles of the core laws of the universe were enshrined, were combined into the energy within the void, and it was turned into a singularity. The rules and the regulation according to which the physical universe will work were set up, and they were combined with energy into a singularity, a single source. Ek noor te sab jag upje. That singularity, or the noor, the single essence, expanded to form to what we known as the Great Expanse. And this Great Expanse is limitless. It has no ending. Majority of the quotes we are using in this reference to this video are from Japji Sahib. And in context of how big the universe is, Guru Nanak goes very to the depth of how large the creation is. Patala patal lakha ka sanga sod kor kapal thake ved कहने के बाद सहस 18 कहन कतीब बस लुकतात लेखा होए त लिखिए लेखे होए बिना नानक बड़ा किए आप ही जाने आप. Guru Nanak is saying that there are planets upon planets, stars upon stars, universe upon universe, galaxies upon galaxies, and absolutely endless pasar. The concept of universe upon universe, and a completely endless, to a degree that there have been endless attempts to find how large this creation is. And all the attempts have not succeeded, because the only creator who created the creation knows how big exactly it is. That's how it's phrased. Ape jane aap. So from that single essence, the entire universe expanded from a single nur, a single source. And Gurbani and the Gurmat is in agreement with the concept of both elementary evolution and biological evolution. The concept of a process where one thing leads to the other, is how Gurbani sees the creation progressing. There is no miraculous, so to speak, a miraculous coming of existence spontaneously. There is a process from which one thing leads to the other. The rhythms are formed into strings, strings are formed into corks, and corks are formed into nucleus, atoms and multi-atoms and bigger atoms, and then planets and so forth and so on. A process from where one thing leads to the other is the concept which Gurmat preaches. And from that, once the expansion happens, when we are talking about the laws which the Creator combined with the energy, that laws are the concept of creation, a lifespan, and an end. What that again means, in simple terms, is time. The Creator combined the concept of time and energy into a single source from the void, and that expanded to form what we know as existence, or what Sikhism refer to as is the pasar, because the concept of pasar is bigger than the concept of the universe, is bigger than the concept of multiverse, because Guru Nanak says that the universe itself has no limit. It goes on layer upon layer upon layers of creation, and it is endless. So we come into the concept of creation where one thing leads to the another, and energy with the rules set of beginning a lifespan and an end begin a circle of life and death. And we have to understand that concept of beginning, lifespan and an end does not apply to the void. Void itself is timeless. Time itself is limited to the physical universe. So the concept of when was God born and what was before the universe, how was These questions itself are limited to the physical universe. They do not apply to energy. This is the Sikh philosophy and the way of thinking of the Guru Granth Sahib. The void is timeless, and the creator and the void are one. And then you get into the process where one thing leads to the another. Stars are formed. Out of the void, stars are formed, planets are formed. And then the progression of what we see as galaxies and stars and planets take place. Then we come into the concept of life. Again, we will use majority of the Gurbani from Japji Sahib, because that is the beginning at the first chapters of the Guru Granth Sahib. Pavan Guru Pani Pita Mata Tart Mahat Din Srat Daya Khile Sagal Jagat. Water is living, air is living, and the earth itself is living. These elements are seen as living elements of life, and they are, according to Sikh theology, seen as Pavan Guru. The air is the teacher. Pani Pita, the water, is the father. Mata Tart Mahat, land is the mother. These three life-giving elements combine with each other to form the physical beginning of life. They combine together and the Creator enshrines them with the spark of life. That's how the life itself began. And Sikhism believes in the biological evolution, which leads from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other. Because the concept of progression of one thing to the other, because the concept of a system of one thing leading to other is everywhere. And life itself began with the three fundamental concepts of life which the Creator created. Water is living, air is living, and the earth is living. And they combine together, and the Creator put in the final spark of life within the body to form a being which from one thing led to the another and form what we see as today. So, just to repeat the basic concept of creation within Sikhism, the void, the primal void. The void is beyond time, and the void and the Creator are one. The Creator combined the void energy from the void with rules, or the Creator combined the time and energy into one singularity, and that singularity expanded to form what we see as the creation. This is the concept of creation according to the Sikh theology of the Guru Granth Sahib. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.